Mobility class. My name is Chris. I'm a fitness professional down here in Houston, Texas. Today I'll be leading us through some mobility work. We're going to be spending most of the class either on the mat or on our feet. Some of it can be done seated and should be. But if you'll take a look at your screen before we get started, you'll notice that we have that Mindful for 5 program coming up starting June 17th, which is this coming Monday. It's a 4-week mindfulness experience just to help kind of get your mental in a place where you can balance the physical, the work, and then, make sure everything's good. So keep an eye out for that coming next week. Let me stop presenting here. I'm going to highlight myself for y'all. And we'll get moving here. So I'm going to go ahead and stand up out of my chair just because I'm spend a lot of the days in a lot of the day in my chair. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to start with some nice, easy neck rolls. So I'm going to make sure my shoulders are nice and relaxed here. So keep my shoulders down, right? Try to keep them from shrugging up. And we're going to tuck our chin down here to our chest. Make sure the shoulders stay down and relaxed. We're going to slowly roll it up to the left. We're going to stop when we get to the top here, focusing on keeping those shoulders down as we're stretching out the neck here. Pause at the top. We're going to roll back down the way we came. Let the head hang at the bottom. We're going to go to the right side now. Just keep those shoulders down and relaxed. Roll the neck up to the top and stop. And work your way back down. You may notice those shoulders want to shrug up. I'm definitely fighting mine to keep them down, but I don't want to activate those muscles even more as I'm trying to stretch them out and relax them a little bit. Okay, we're going to go back up to the left one more time, except for we're going to go all the way around. Keep the shoulders down. Roll right there across the top, down the right side to the bottom. And we're going to go right back. Up the right side, across the top, down the left. Already starting to loosen up a little bit, so we're going to move into some neck flexion. All right, so keep those shoulders down and relax. We're going to drop that left ear to that left shoulder. I'm going directly lateral here, directly to the left, keeping those shoulders relaxed. If you want, you can take that left hand and add a little bit of pressure here to add to some of the stretching in that right side of the neck. Not too much. Don't crank your neck here. Remember to keep this shoulder relaxed. Release, come up top. I'm going to go down to the right side now. Same thing. You may hear some cracking and popping. As long as there's no pain, I think you're fine. Just getting those muscles loosened up here. Add that extra pressure if you like. Back neutral here. I'm going to tuck the chin down to my chest here, leaving those shoulders nice and relaxed, trying to elongate the back of my neck here. And if you want to add a little bit of pressure, I'm going to place my hands on the back of my head here and just add a little extra pressure here. Again, not a lot. Keep those shoulders relaxed, even though your hands may be up on your head here. Release, bring the head back up. We're going to move from the neck down to the shoulders a little bit. I'm going to start with some reverse rolls of just my right shoulder, all right? So I'm rolling that shoulder back. 5, 6, 7 good big rolls here. So up and over, down and back. And then I'm going to transition into some arm circles. So nice reverse single arm circles here, really opening up the chest, the shoulder, and part of the back here. Nice, slow, controlled circles. I'm going to transition to my left side here. I'm going to start with those shoulder rolls, just rolling it back. Really, when I pull it back, I'm trying to tuck my shoulder blade to bring that shoulder all the way back here. Transition into single arm circles. Let's try to keep our chest up, stand nice and tall. If we're standing here or sitting, I want to try to keep from my back hunching forward like this. Okay, back to the right side. We're going to do forward rolls now. So nice big rolls forward with that right shoulder. Again, 5, 6, 7 times here, just a handful of times, and we're going to transition into the big arm circles going forward. Okay, switch to the left side. Nice big rolls of the shoulder. And transition into the arm circles. I'm going to put a lot of focus on our hips, back, and shoulders today. All the things that tend to get tight sitting and working at a desk a lot. Okay, so we're going to move from those arm circles into a seated piriform stretch. So this is where you're going to grab the seat here. It just makes it a little easier to do it on a seat. I'll demo like this, sit down, keep my left knee at about 90 degrees with my foot planted on the floor, place my right ankle on my right knee. I'm going to push my knee down to where my shin is running parallel with that floor. You may, as soon as you start to push it down, feel the outside of your leg and hip and low back open up a little bit. So that's definitely something we want to work on here. And we're going to add a forward lean to it. Keep that shin parallel to the floor and really add that forward lean. Really getting into that stretch here, opening that hip up so we can really start to work on some mobility here. Okay, release, put that foot down. We're going to set the same way on the other side here. So my right foot's planted on the floor. My ankle is on, my left ankle is on that right knee. Push the shin down. Ooh, I'm a little tighter on this side. You're going to see me be a lot less mobile here. If you feel a little asymmetrical, that's normal. It's definitely happening to me. My left side tends to be a little tighter than my right. Try to work on that here. Okay, bring it back up. Drop that leg down there. We're gonna get out of the chair. We're gonna get down to the floor here. Oh, I'm already there. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop to my right knee here. Right knee planted directly below my hip. My left foot is slightly ahead of my left knee. So what I'm going to do here is push my hips down and forward towards that front heel there. Really opening up the hip flexor here. I'm going to try to keep my body upright. And then I'm going to add a rotation towards that front leg. So if my left leg is forward, I'm going to rotate towards that leg and kick my left arm back. If you want to add a little extra stretch in the chest there, a little extra muscles coming into play, getting worked here. Okay, release. We're going to take our right hand and reach over to our left side if my left leg is forward. So opposite hand, then you're over the front leg. Release. Last part of this move here, I want to make sure my back toe is tucked. So my back toe is tucked in like that, and I'm going to shift my weight back onto that foot and really reach for that toe to stretch out and open up that leg a little bit as well. Okay, back to neutral. We're gonna drop that left knee down, bring the right one up, or whatever opposite leg you just had. And then we're going to set up the same way, left knee directly below the hip, right foot slightly ahead of the knee, push those hips down and forward, and rotate towards that front leg. Kick that arm out to the back if you would like a little extra mobility work here. Okay, come back to neutral, add the overhead reach here. So my right leg is forward. I'm taking my left arm and reaching over to the right. Hips still press down and forward. Release. Remember that back toe is tucked, so we're going to shift that weight onto that back foot and reach for that front foot there while straightening that leg out. Okay, release. We're going to go from a kneeling position into an all fours position, a quadruped position, if you will. All right, so knees below the hips here, hands a little ahead of my shoulders, but more or less below my shoulders. What I'm going to do here is reach through with my right hand, through my left leg and right arm. My left leg and left arm. Drop that elbow and forearm and upper arm down to the mat, really adding a nice rotation. Hips still squared to the floor, dropping that shoulder down to the mat. Nice rotation here. I'm laying with my hand palm up here. And what I'm going to do is sweep my hand through and reach for the sky while following that hand with my eyes here. So really open it up and away. A little more rotational work. We just did a kneeling T rotation. Now we're doing a quadruped T rotation. Reach back through. And open it back up. One more time, really drive through here. And open it up. Bring that hand down, get back into all fours position. I'm going to adjust my shirt here. Okay, same thing on the opposite side here. This is where you see me be a little less mobile. Reach all the way through. My palm is up. That's just where I feel the nicest stretch here. Open it up. Follow that hand. All right, back through. Open it back up. And one more time. And open it back up. Okay. Now we're going to stay in a similar position here. We're just going to go from all fours into a high plank position. So I'm going to get up on my hands and feet, keep that back flat. What we're going to do here now is called a spider lunge. So I'm going to shoot my right foot to my right hand, well, the outside of my right hand here. So Nice long stride here. Push those hips down towards the mat. Really open those hips up. Hold this here. All right, switch sides, get that plank back. Let's do the left side. All right, we're gonna go back, shift back to the right side. I'm gonna add a rotation here. So my right foot is at my right hand. So I'm gonna rotate my right hand away from that leg. Bring it back down. Other side here, get yourself set. Open it up. Okay, bring it back. You can drop out of that plank now. What we're gonna do now is work on some shoulders, but you get to lay down this whole time. So this is gonna be some prone shoulder mobility work here. Lay flat on your stomach here on the floor, on your mat. I'm going to place my hands directly here by my side, palms up, okay? So what I wanna do here with the palms up is just lift my arms up off the floor and slowly lower them, really engaging my shoulders back there as far back as I can lift them up, all right? I'm gonna shoot for 5 to 10 of these nice controlled reps here. Okay, I'm gonna stay in this position with my hands down by my sides, except for I'm gonna flip my hands over, palms down, thumbs away from your body. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna try to lift them up, keeping my arms straight, really engaging those shoulder muscles and upper back here. One more here. Okay, we're gonna stay in this prone position, except for sweep our arms out. So we're gonna make a T with our body here. So arms are directly out away from us, still laying palm down here. And we're gonna do the same thing, open it up. We're gonna shoot for 5 to 10 here. We're not gonna do these palm up. These are gonna be done palm down only. So really open it up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pause at the top and slowly control the descent there. Keep breathing through this. Really working some of that shoulder mobility, stability. Okay, last part of this move here is we sweep our hands up to the top, palms still down, still lying face down on the floor, reaching as far as I can here. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing, shoot for 5 to 10. I'm just getting my arms and elbows up off the mat here. So I'm my chest, my chin, everything's still staying on the mat except for my arms. This is the toughest range of motion here for myself. This is where I struggle the most. So if you're feeling like it's not that easy or any parts of today have not been that easy, then that's just something that we need to work on a little bit. We all have some limitations through mobility, but that's what we're here for, to try to work that out. Okay. Last part for today, we're going to work on loosening up that low back a little bit. Nice, easy, simple stretch. We're just going to roll over, lay on our back, lay flat on our back. I'm going to plant my feet on the floor, knees at about 90 degrees, and I'm going to rock them left to right, keeping my back and hips on the floor. All right, so I'm here. A lying 90-90 stretch. Doing my best. You see my hip rising up off the floor here. I'm doing my best to try to keep that planted to the floor as I add this rotation. I obviously need to work on that mobility there. Couple more times here. Loosen up those hips a little bit more. Hopefully loosen up that back a little bit. Make it easier to move throughout your day. But it is 1:35 right now, so let's knock out another rep or two. Okay. And that's all I have for mobility today. Thank y'all for joining me. I definitely needed that as well. So I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.